More than 2.6 million kids in the U.S. have been diagnosed with anxiety or depression. An wellness expert and mom of two, Mallika Chopra, has written a book for children entitled Just Feel.
This is great. She joins us today for some tips to help your kids, teenagers, children, everybody. Good to see you again.
Thank you. Thank you for
Scott and I were saying we did some yoga with you with Just Breathe, your other book. So what's the importance of the Just Feel?
So this book is on social and emotional intelligence, which means knowing your feelings, being able to communicate those, building resilience, getting up when things are difficult. So many lessons in here that I learned growing up from my parents as well.
Are we finding that more young people are just not equipped with some of the tools in order to manage their emotions and feel these things?
So kids are dealing with anxiety, depression, social media sending them many different messages. I grew up, my father's the well-known author Deepak Chopra, so we learned how to meditate when we were young. We also, though, learned how to communicate our feelings, to express them, to ask for help. So this book is really about teaching kids the tools to have more grit.
You talk about social emotional intelligence. What is that?
So social and emotional intelligence is when we are aware of our own feelings. It's when we can communicate and listen well. And it's also about being in touch with our bodies and understanding where we feel stress and anxiety to be able to let it go.
You have one of those voices, like,
Doesn't
much like your father. I listen to the app, you know, the meditation app in the mornings, and it just, I'm just sitting here listening to you, so I'm like, yes.
Was there ever a fight? Give us a fight in your house. What did that sound like? Everybody?
Everyone just relax.
We're going to see over here.
Well, we do things like take time in instead of time out.
Oh,
so exactly.
So take time in instead of time out. That's teaching you about taking a minute, breathing before you react.
Yes, and so part of this is about being more proactive, not just reactive to situations, about being kind, about learning how to listen to others, so that way you can communicate better as well.
Your kids are teenagers now. At what age? Yeah, you roll. Okay, good. How are you doing? Because I'm a mom. So are you
what y'all
in the
didn't see
trenches
is that
as well?
as soon as she said teenagers, they both went, oh.
Yes, well, so I've got through the hump with the older one. She's almost 18. My younger one is 15. But these tools we used in our household all the time. So even though I grew up with a well-known father and with so many of these tools, it's a journey. It's all about a lifelong journey. And what we're trying to do is give kids tools early on, so that for their life, they have these tools when life goes up and down.
Well, I've got a 20-year-old now.
Yes.
What can I do? I mean, the time out and the time in, I need something stronger.
Yeah. So I'm approaching that phase, and sadly, we're seeing a lot of teens and high school students and college students who are still struggling.
Yeah.
So a big part of this book is also knowing who you are, what makes you unique and special, and what are your special talents, so that as they grow older, they have more confidence as they're exploring who they are and who they are becoming. A lot of it's conversation as well.
And what age could you start this with your kids?
So I wrote the book for 8 to 12-year-olds, but what I'm hearing is people of all ages love it. So also for the parents in their lives, but honestly, our teens, our college students, and actually a lot of parents and just adults in general need to learn how to be more in touch with their feelings, to communicate, to reach out, and that it really helps with anxiety and depression.
So the moral of the story is there are kids on the book, but everybody can use
Everybody was passing this around.
You need to get the book too.
Backstage, right? Everybody get the book. Great to see you again.
Thank you so much.
And I agree with Scott. Mallika, just so calm. Get a shot of her cute shoes too. I'm sorry, the cutest shoes I've ever seen. Wait, can you see them? Look how great those are.
Thank you.
Even her books are calm and cool.
Right? Oh, you can get the book Just